This is Dylan Gilbert. You may recognize him or his car as @Fozzimodo on Instagram. Today, we're going to talk about the mission he's on. Dylan used to live in Southern California. Now, he lives on the road full-time, traveling and living in his 2010 Subaru Forester, pursuing the ambitious and noble goal of removing trash from our national parks and national forests. As a kid, Dylan raced motorcycles professionally and spent a lot of time camping on public lands with his dad.
Every weekend we went to the desert, we would camp with 10, 15, 20 big rigs, and then my dad would always wait to leave last, and I always thought it was because he wanted to ride his motorcycle longer, but it was because he wanted to teach me that sometimes you have to clean up after others.
Now 22, Dylan recently headed out on a road trip in his Forester and was surprised by what he found out on federal lands.
After about a week on the road and actually looking for trash, I realized that it's even worse than I ever thought it was, and decided to go on the road full time. Since then, it's been about a month and a half now, and I've done somewhere around 72 20-gallon bags.
Since Dylan was coming through Eugene, we met up to do a quick trail run and clean up on public lands in the Oregon Coast Range. Over and over, Dylan's well-trained eyes spotted even the tiniest bit of trash along the road. His approach to cleanup goes beyond thorough. Dylan leaves a path of pristine wilderness wherever he travels.
First stop was Hoover Dam, and that was actually my first cleanup. Grand Canyon to the South Rim, Marble Canyon, Zion, Bryce Canyon National Park, Capitol Reef National Park, Fish Lake National Forest, Moab, Arches National Park, Fuchsia, Colorado, and went to the Colorado National Monument, Palisade, Crested Butte, Blackhawk, Colorado, Dinosaur National Monument, Park City, Huntsville, Bear Lake, Boise, Idaho, Table Rock, Crater Lake in Oregon, and then I went from there straight up to the Oregon Trail Rally. That's about it. That was where I came from. And beer cans are the number one most found item. Paper cups, beer bottles, plastic bags, diapers, vehicles or beds or bed springs, and then a large piece of sheet metal, cigarette butts, lots of plastic and sunglasses and sandals and styrofoam. And I got an entire bag of crushed aluminum beer cans, high-heeled women's boots, and then shotgun shells, about 150 plastic bottle caps, not whole plastic bottles, just the caps, a bundle of wire, a hubcap and a bumper, and a bicycle rim. I also found a porcelain toilet that had some not so nice things in it. I fortunately caught somebody trying to dump a mattress off of the side of the road and got in quite a bit of an argument with him about why you shouldn't do that, and he didn't have very much to say on how to defend himself, so ended up getting him to get it back in his truck. And then once I realized that he was dumping there and he had Colorado plates, that means it's probably a local dump site, because a lot of people do that off of the side of steep forest roads. Put on my hiking shoes and my Camelback and went down the side of the hill, and I ended up cleaning up 38 20-gallon trash bags over the course of 3 days.
As you may have already seen on Instagram, the off-road Subaru community very quickly embraced Dylan's mission. His message is getting widely shared on a daily basis, and people are getting on board with his efforts.
Did a cleanup there with a couple other Subarus, actually. Not people that I planned on meeting, just guys that asked me about my story, and they came and we did a trail run. The community behind Subaru is absolutely amazing. The amount of support and the Subi love that I've received over the past 2.5, 3 months of owning this car and then starting this movement and this journey. Quite a bit of people have really reached out, and then definitely want to give a big shout out to Victor May at Mountain Roo. He's been a big help in getting my name out there. And if you guys aren't a part of Mountain Roo, there's chapters in just about every state, and if not, you can still join the main page on Facebook and take care of all of your off-roading Subaru needs and questions.
Subaru USA has even expressed its interest in supporting Dylan's project, fast-tracking him into their Subaru Ambassador program.
They reached out to me, caught wind of what I was doing on social media, and that they wanted to make me an ambassador.
More plans for Dylan are in the works with Subaru's rally circuit, in cooperation with the Mountain Roo organization.
When you're hiking a trail, obviously if there's trash on the side of the trail, try to pick it up, do your best to pick it up. And what I've noticed is you'll see a real worn-in trail, which is the main trail, and then you see a light trail, you can tell that someone's definitely walked across the bushes or whatnot. And if it leads to a cave or rocks or some kind of overhang or tree or anything like that, there's almost 100% chance there'll be at least one beer can in there. Whenever you see a water runlet and it's going down the side of a road and it goes off of the side of the road, that's your highest chance of finding trash is down there, because the trash will come down with the water and then it'll come over and it'll get hung up on branches, rocks, etc. And then it just kind of becomes a trash waterfall, unfortunately. But that's a good place to look. I don't like to ask like locals where a really trashed place is, because it just doesn't come off the right way. And so I tend to ask for a highly trafficked or a highly sought after overview point or scenic view or anything like that. Most national parks on the inside of them are very clean. It's the exterior where the people that don't pay for camping and national forests, because national forests do have staff, but there's no one paid to go around and clean up trash like there is in national parks. And a lot of national forests surround national parks, and so I do my exploring and my free camping out there, and then that's where I find probably 60% of my trash. I am going to be starting a nonprofit organization, and it's going to be named the Fozzimodo Movement. I'm going to be traveling around the country full-time, doing pickups and cleanups with various different Subaru enthusiasts. I'll be attending most of the rallies throughout the country, and I will also be going to Subaru dealerships and hosting ambassador meets, and then going out and doing big cleanups. I'm going up to Seattle, Mount Rainier, Olympic National Park, and then North Cascades, and then shoot across the top of Idaho, and then I'm going to go to Glacier in northern Montana, and then down to Wyoming and do Yellowstone and Grand Teton, and then from there I'm going to shoot back over to Boise area for the Idaho rally and meet up with Victor May and the Mountain Roo crew over there, and we will be doing a cleanup there as well. So if you guys are in Idaho or in the area, please feel free to come out. I believe we're going to camp and do some trail riding and go watch the rally. And then I will be leading a big cleanup. If you guys did enjoy what I'm doing, you do enjoy my story and you want to get behind it, you can click this link right here and that'll take you to my fundraiser called the Fozzimodo Movement. Any donations that are made, basically it's going to be travel expenses. I'm not trying to make a profit off this. I strictly just need the financial stability to be able to stay on the road full time and fulfill my dream of cleaning up the country for the rest of my life, and hopefully inspiring others to do so as well. Also follow me on Instagram. I will put that in the bio, and it is at Fozzimodo. And any company interested in getting behind the movement, you can also find my email down in the bio. It's dylancgilbert@yahoo.com. And I really hope to hear from you guys. If you do cleanups on your own, go ahead and tag Fozzimodo and hashtag Fozzimodo Movement, and I will make sure to repost it. Thank you guys.
Thanks for watching. If you're interested in getting involved with the Fozzimodo movement, you'll find all the links in the description below. And if nothing else, next time you're out on the trail, take a few moments to pick up some trash.
After a day of cleanup, I mean, not even that long really, not a full day, about, I'm gonna say 2 hours. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trash bags full, some large items. Planning on doing this for as long as I can afford to.